Some directions this morning to help you succeed in the Johnny Tremain project this quarter. First of all, in Google Maps, you're going to go and create a new map for yourself. We've gone through that already. Go to My Google Maps, make sure you sign in, go to My Places, create a new map. I've done that already, and what I've done for myself is over here I've created a place mark. You see two of them. We're looking at the second one here as our example. I put a place mark into Boston Commons, which was an important place in the story. Okay, so here's my place mark. When I click on it, I've titled it Sample Boston Commons, because this is my sample. Boston Commons is the title that would go into the slide to tell the viewer what the photo was going to be and what the description was going to be about. So I've put that much in and I've just left it open. Now I need to get the picture that I want in here. I want a picture of Boston Commons. I don't have to worry about copyright because you're going to be able to use the photos that I've taken, and I'm giving you permission to use them here. So that makes it handy for you. Now, how to get to those pictures. We go up to the 8th grade website, and on that website you're going to go into the Language Arts Wikis. When you get to Johnny Tremain over on the left, click on Johnny Tremain and open the page. This top part talks about the Google option that we're going to be looking at as we progress today. It says if you link on the photos you want, you'll be able to see the option in the right-hand sidebar that says link. So let's go here and go right to the photos. You won't have to go to Picasa directly. You could just go here from that link. Okay, so now you are actually in my Picasa site, one of my albums called the Boston Freedom Trail Photos from May of 2010. So, finding the photo you want, here's a photo that has the sign Boston Commons. I'm going to take that, and as I select that, you notice that over here in the right hand margin there's an icon of a little link, and it says link to this photo. When you click on link to this photo, you get two possibilities: an HTML URL link and an embed image link. We want to actually embed this image. We don't want to just link to it. We want to embed it right into the place mark. So we have to we have to copy that text and do a Command C to copy the text. And then once we have that, we can go back to our map page. And on the map page, with the editing box open for this place mark, we'll need to go up here. Well, let's take our cursor, move it down there. Let's take the option that says Edit HTML, because embed code is HTML code. So we don't want rich text, we want Edit HTML to do the embedding. So there will be some code in here already from the title. That's okay. Just click right after the code, maybe return so you can see it, and then Command V to paste your code. Now we can say OK, and we can say save and done. And now when we go down to our place mark and click on it, wait a minute, we will see there's the title that we had put in, and here is the photo, and it says right where it's from. Okay, and there's your photo. So now your next job, as it says in the directions, is to start your description of what this picture really is. Now, more important than what it is exactly is how it is significant in the story. And that's what I have in my other place mark over here, a sample. So I'm just going to go over here and copy this. And in the sample now, okay, now I can go back to rich text and go back down to, well, I guess I can't. I'll have to leave the HTML open so that we can see it. No, I can go in there and just return. Okay, and then I can do my pasting. Okay. Boston Commons was the place where British soldiers set up their camp before the war. Johnny and his British colonel often jumped their horses or over hurdles here. Okay, so that's what I'd like to have here to give a little information about what Boston Commons was and how it was used in the story. The next thing I have to do is add some discussion questions. And what these would be thought questions. The people who see this in your map, you want to ask them some questions that connect them to their reading. For example, number 1, what was the name of the colonel that Johnny made friends with in the story? That's a simple fact question, and that's okay. That's a fact question. Now the next one is going to follow up based on that fact question. What was the significance of that friendship? What role did that friendship play later in the story? Okay, so this is a fact question, that's good, and then based on that fact question we continue on with a thoughtful question that asks them something important to think about. Okay, so, okay, save, and done. Now we have everything we need in this point of the story. And if you look over here, you see that in your map, it also lists the place marks over there. This is the sample one that we just put together. Okay, so there's the Boston Common pictures. Here is the writing we did to tell about it and its significance. This one is rather short, some will be longer. Here are the 2 discussion questions that we came up with. We'll spell check them to make sure that they're in good form, and then we'll consider those done. Don't need to edit them. We'll save them again, and finished. And now we have one of the place marks for the story listed on our map, on our project map.